sant yàlla.
looy xaar utal Wave nga scan nga fay te nag doo ci yokku dara.
Jar Oil, the company, have filling stations across the country, and our rates are relatively cheaper than anyone else across the country. Jar Oil is the biggest producer and distributor of cement in the country with the most competitive prices in the market.
In the Gambia, we all move to different paces. Time is money, convenience is power, and now both are in your hands. No more long lines, no more late payments, no more missed chances, not anymore. Because now the Gambia has its own super app, Zap. One app, one tap, endless convenience. Send money instantly, pay your bills in seconds, shop without borders, pay your rides, order your meal, buy your ticket, deposit and withdraw money for absolutely free. No extra charges, no hidden fees, only on Zap Super App. This is not just convenience. This is confidence. This is the future in your hands. And the best part, Zap is born right here. Built for us, designed for every Gambian home, every Gambian dream. So don't wait in the past. Step into the future. Download Zap today on App Store and Play Store and enjoy endless free services. Call us today on our toll-free number 1666 or on 260-0001. Zap, all in one, all for you. Tap in, zap in.
On Tuesday, the 10th of February 2026, you're with Coffee Time with Peter Gomez. Our guest this morning is not Dr. Ismail Assise, it's Dr. Habibatou, Minister responsible for basic and secondary education. Minister, your ministry recently banned schools from using public playgrounds and recreational facilities, and this followed trouble at an inter-house school sport meeting. Was that the only option available?
Yes, presently. Yes, and presently we are more interested in the well-being and really safety of the child. I'm not saying recreation, how to call it, extracurricular is not important, but the current situation demands that we prioritize the safety of the children over the extracurricular activity. The extracurricular activities will go on. What we are saying is we don't want the children to have it in the parks, in the mini stadiums, because what happens is other people join them. And sometimes the students, they fight. Sometimes they even carry, knives. I was shocked by what I saw the other day around the Sarekunda mini stadium. So what we
more background as to what led to this decision to ban them from parks and other public recreational places.
There are, I don't know, for some reason, I want to think some bad elements are using this as an opportunity to create disturbance either amongst the students. In terms
so this
of,
was during an inter-house sport?
An inter-house sport. They fight. They engage in very serious fights. And I even read, I don't know if it's true, that they looted one shop. It
descended into riots.
Exactly. And they got into one Fuller or Nar shop. And, that was unfortunate. So what we are saying is most schools have fields. Sometimes they even abandon their fields, because a lot of students just like the fanfare, and also the opportunity to go out of the premises of the school. So if you have a school field, we encourage you to use your school field. If you don't have a school field, you can arrange to use the nearest school field to your school. We are happy to help schools who really don't have fields, but again, they will be able to get to the nearest school with a field. If there are challenges, let them engage the regional directorates. We are here to support them, just to ensure that not only do our students go out on the inter-house, but also to ensure their safety. When the child is in uniform, for me, I take full responsibility. At the ministry, we take full responsibility when our children are in uniform. That's why I keep telling people, when the child is in uniform, I don't even encourage them to engage in strikes, because then you are representing your school, you are representing the ministry. You can remove your uniform if you like, and if your parents agree for you to be on the streets and be, take part in the strike, we have no problem with that. But as long as you are in your school uniform, you should demonstrate some level of discipline, candor, and decorum.
You know that a lot of people will argue that increasingly, especially in the Greater Banjul area, schools are finding it difficult to have space for sport, recreational activities, because the demand for classroom space to most school authorities is more important than the need for recreational facilities. How do you respond to that? And what's your advice to those schools that do not have playgrounds?
Okay, I think for government school, public school, most public schools have fields. It's part of the school facility. You must create a space for the extracurricular activity. Like my experience yesterday in Serekunda, no matter how difficult and tough it is in Serekunda, even though we keep fighting the community not to use the field during the school hours, with the new 48 classrooms, the field is still there. Okay. The field is still there untouched.
Is this the old Serekunda
lower
school?
And upper basic, yes. Okay. The field is still in the middle. Yeah. Even though we continue to fight with the children around, because they come during the class, during the lecture.
That's an age-old problem. Sessions. I know about that. I don't live far from the school.
Yes, we still have that challenge. But the new buildings have been erected, and the school field is still there for the extracurricular activities. So we will continue in our school facility, in our school buildings, to ensure that these things are made available. But I want to encourage the private sector, the private schools, also to take note of this. That school fields are critical; they are important aspect of the entire facility of the school, and must be available, to encourage extracurricular activities. You said it here before we began the program. You said all work, no play. Yes, makes Jack a dull boy. So
Jill a dull girl.
Good. Yes. So that's very, very important. Like I said, the schools that have this problem can engage with the regional directorates, and they will be supported. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But earlier on, you talk about equality in education, equal opportunities. But do you worry that this ban could widen inequalities with better resourced school managing, while poorer schools fall behind in extracurricular development?
Yeah, this is a short-term intervention.
This is short-term, the ban.
Exactly, it's a short-term intervention, because this is the only way at the moment that we have, available to us to ensure that the well-being of the child is maintained. But as we move on, we will try to, look further than this, and help support generally extracurricular activity, but also to ensure that we are able to provide the needed care and protection when they are out there.
Are there any plans to work with municipal councils, local area councils? Because increasingly we are seeing that communities are developing their own sporting facilities, recreational facilities, so that, schools within the community can have access to those facilities also for sporting purposes.
Yes, we will be very happy to really collaborate in that regard if the facilities are available. Indeed, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
In Serekunda West, for instance, you have the Serekunda West Park, Serekunda East, the popular Serekunda East Park. Yeah. Bakau, I hear, have arguably the best sporting, facilities at community level now.
Yeah, I think what we'll do is we will continue to engage with the security Yeah, so that, I mean, because the school sports, especially the inter-house, are so many, so possibly we wouldn't have all the security to take care of every school sporting activity. That's the challenge. If we had enough security around every inter-house, we wouldn't have banned it. But at the moment, that's a challenge. So we will try to work with the security agent and maybe with the area councils also. Once we are able to ensure that there is enough security and protection for the children, we will allow more spaces to be used by the school. But at the moment, that is not available. So this is the intervention we have made. We will support them and look into it further to ensure that we relax the ban as we move and also make more places available for those sporting activities to take place with enough protection for the children, yes.
I'm sure both children and school authorities will welcome that.
Because, yeah.
Increasingly, you hear when people talk about challenges that girls, children with disabilities, and those from poor households often face barriers. What is being done to ensure that they stay in school and succeed, especially girls up country, away from the greater Banjul area?
And it will excite you to know that actually we have more girls than we have boys in schools across the country, in all levels. And in all jurisdictions. So meaning even in the up country, we have more girls attending basic and secondary education than we have boys. Where we have the challenge is higher education. So when it comes to getting into university or tertiary learning generally, the girls tend to drop along the line. So in that area,
why do you think they drop along the way?
Because at the age of 18, the child is in grade 12 ordinarily. The school system at the age of 18, you are in grade 12, and Gambia society, 18, 19, 20, most girls get married. And it also could be that they don't have the needed support to transit, even though there are scholarships available. And to also see that, when you look at the results, statistically, the girls do better than the boys. So they have the potentials really to transit. But along the line, a lot of them drop. So we will continue to encourage, we do at our level, especially the very good ones, to encourage them to, move and transit to tertiary and higher education. But sometimes it's really very difficult.
And what is being done to help them? Because you hear about all kinds of interventions in the education system to help especially girls and children with disabilities.
Yeah, we give them scholarships. The Trust Bank scholarships are given to girls. Today we will be, issuing scholarships, Q group scholarship to the best 20 or so students. So higher education also gives a lot of scholarship. Any girl child who has university admission, who has an opportunity in this country, the scholarships are available. So government scholarships are also available for such girls. So like I said, a lot may be due to family considerations don't really transit. And that's very, very sad.
Okay. We are with Dr. Habibatou Drame. She is the minister responsible for basic and secondary education. Let me now take one or two questions from the audience that guarantees her that people are listening. Good morning, Uncle Peter. Please inform the Honorable Minister about the current conditions in our schools at Sami Tenda in Upper Nyomi NBR. No water since November and the current conditions of staff quarters. I wish you see the pictures for yourself. For water issue, we wrote to the regional office, Kerewan, twice, but still, her predecessor once said delegations to assess the condition, but yet still nothing has been done. So problems at Sami Tenda in Upper Nyomi. water supply is a problem there. And staff quarters as well. Good morning. I agree with her. Their efforts are noticeable, but there's a lot of room for improvement, especially in terms of infrastructure and resources. The lack of furniture, inadequate water supply, and shortage of teachers in public schools are pressing issues that need attention. Maybe you need to address the issue of infrastructure.
Okay, the issue of infrastructure. I think if we want to be fair to ourselves, we should say that the sector came a long way. Every week in this country, we build 11 classrooms. Since 2025, early 2025, every week, 10 classrooms are erected to support teaching and learning. The past few days, I have been in many schools with MRC Holland Foundation, opening, new classroom buildings. Like I said, it's never enough, and we agree.
Because the population is growing all the time.
It's never enough, but a lot of efforts really are on the way to support the sector. And in the areas of teachers, I had teacher shortages.
Yeah, shortage of teachers in public schools.
Shortage of teachers in public schools. So we have embarked on the teacher recruitment, and I think that was on the public space. The portal is designed to support this initiative or this activity, just to ensure that we expedite the teacher recruitment process and also to enhance the transparency, accountability of that process. So this year we will appoint over 1,000, I think over 1,000, close to 1,900 teachers, and that process is ongoing. And the summit tender, I'll check with the regional office. Yeah, so if they have challenges of water, ordinarily that should be solved, because water is an essential facility in the school that should be available at all times. So I have taken note of that. For the staff quota, I have no idea. Maybe is it because the staff quota conditions are poor, bad, or no staff quota at all? So that one need to be clear. But I can get that information from the regional office once I consult them. So, I mean, all these areas we're working very hard. So I want to encourage head principals, because when I went on the 7 school visits, I realized in one school the school furnitures were not enough, and we had school furnitures in store. So I had to call the director of services, and the next day the school was provided with school furniture. So we want the heads of schools to be alert, to be on top of things. I mean, if they have challenges, they have issues, they should be reported forthwith to the regional offices. Sometimes we don't know these things happening on the ground. So I remember when I had that visitation, a lot of simple, small problems that the schools had that I saw were all resolved the next day. When I went to Sare Fast Bajo, the next day furniture was sent to the school. In fact, the community, we are all calling. I said, this is what we should be doing, but we don't know. So we need everyone who is a stakeholder.
Who should be reporting to the ministry?
Usually the teachers, the school principals, the heads of schools will report to the regional offices, and the regional offices will extend such to the headquarters. Yeah, but we are very happy. Many times they do, but sometimes these are all the things that we don't know. I saw on what's on Gambia the other time, there was this school that some students were seated, on chairs, and then the others at the back were on the ground. So I said, it doesn't make sense. This is a classroom that even has tiles, very beautifully made. So when we called the school, the principal said that he had written that he was going to, report it. So before he even reported, it was already in the news. So I'm like, you see,
so when you provide these new buildings, it's just brick and mortar, tile, and that's all?
They all have furniture, enough furniture. they all have enough furniture. It's either the furnitures are broken or some people carry them. There is no classroom that is built in this country by the government without providing furniture. Last year, we had spent 15 million on furniture, and that furniture distribution is still ongoing. And we have partner supports in this country. Close to 50 containers arrive every year to supply furniture to schools. So work on that is ongoing. We want everyone to be vigilant. So if there are problems in the schools, let them report on time, because the regional offices are also constantly engaged to brace up so that we can respond adequately and quickly to the concerns at the ground.
We have more information on the staff quarter situation that you were asking about. For the staff quarters in Sami Tenda Opanyomi, it was blown away by the 2021 windstorm. The ministry promised to repair, but still during, I don't know what, teachers have to leave and search where to sleep, I suppose, should be during the nights. 2021 to now, that's what?
That's
7,
a long,
8 years, 5, 6 years.
Yeah, that's a long time. So we'll look into this. And you'll be surprised. This is the first time I'm hearing this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's
maybe you should be coming here every morning to hear about problems.
I think the thing is overwhelmingly MOBSE. It's a very big ministry, so many things happen.
Of course.
But when they get to us, we find solutions to the problems.
Good morning, Uncle Peter, and your guest, Honorable Dr. Drame. To be honest, MOBSE is doing a lot in all sectors under her insurance, more particularly on the side of children with disabilities throughout the country, far more than our line ministry of gender. I'm always proud of her and her hard work. Please, this is from Mr. Lamin Mane. He's the chairman and secretary general of the National Organization for Disabled and Orphans. I think it's called NODO. I mean, we were together at that EU pathway launch here. How is that project going on?
Yeah, very well.
I know it's not directly on the,
we'll have implementers, yes. but we are keeping an eye on it, because really we want to support every child, and we want to give everyone opportunity, despite the situation or circumstances. So that's very, very important to us, and that's why assistive devices are critical in the sector, and we are working not only with the EU but with other partners to ensure that assistive devices are made available to schools to support the learning of some of the students who really need them.
And just before you go, if you can just address the issue of those college students who graduated and just expected that they were going to be automatically absorbed into the system, and were not. Several times they came on West Coast Radio to criticize the ministry and call for employment ASAP. How did that issue end?
Yeah, in fact, those are some of the students, especially those who sat to the assessment test. Those who sat to the assessment test who have now, I want to believe, submitted their applications, because the application for teaching is open. So like I said in my previous interview, MOBSE cannot employ every teacher in this country. It's not possible. We don't have the resources to pay the salaries of every teacher in this country. But what we can do is to get the cream of those people, those who are graduating from college or from the University of the Gambia, to come and complement what we do, and that process is ongoing. So if you are a graduate from the Gambia College and you sat to the assessment and you pass, you have a chance. You have a chance to get to MOBSE. If not, it's difficult. Honestly, we cannot get everyone on board, because we wouldn't have the monies to pay their salary. And we have a quota in MOBSE in terms of recruitment that we cannot go beyond.
It's 9:57, and I promised that I wouldn't keep you here beyond 10 o'clock. So let me do this as the final contribution from the audience, please inform the Honorable Minister that a nursery school is located right at the sharp bend between Bako and Mandinaba. This exposes the small children to high risk, especially after school, when very small kids could be seen trekking that dangerous route all alone. The ministry may consider relocating the school to avert an unfortunate incident, as the place is an accident-prone area. And this is coming from none other than the president of the Gambia Football Federation, Lamin Kababajo.
Okay. ECD, the ECD is where?
It's
Around.
It's located right at the sharp bend between Bako, Baako, and Mandinaba.
Okay.
So he's worried for
Yes,
these small kids who...
yes. We'll take a look at this. And we appreciate and thank him for that observation. I mean, this
I'm
is
not
what
sure
we
if this
want.
is a public or private school, but for people who set up private schools, do they need to have the clearance of the ministry
Yes,
before? Because
they do.
location has to be
It has to.
important.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, the considerations.
They do. So, and we will try to assess this to ensure that the safety of the child is given priority. If it's,
Fantastic.
yes,
Honorable Minister,
yes.
thank you very much for your time. In the final 2 minutes, 1.5 minutes you have, what would you like to say?
Thank you very much, Peter, for having me. And I want to appreciate all our education stakeholders for the support they continue to give this sector. Education is not the job of only the minister or the ministry. It's the job of all of us, especially basic and secondary education. So we continue to indulge all and sundry to help the endeavor. Like I said in the beginning of the interview, we are going through a lot of reforms in the areas of infrastructure, in the areas of quality, in the areas of inclusivity, in the areas of access, in the areas of even feeding, just to ensure that the child that is not able, whose family is not able to feed them well, get fed in the school to support the learning. And all the pressures we have been releasing is all geared towards bringing the sanity or some level of discipline in the sector, because this is the primary level of the child's education. We also, as a people, need to support them in the nurturing, in terms of nurturing them, just to ensure that they grow up to be very good people with good character and with education that can help them to thrive and contribute meaningfully to the national development of their countries and the world generally. So I am very honored and pleased really to be here to have this short interview with you today.
Thank you very much, Dr. Habibatou Drame is the Minister responsible for basic and secondary education. She was our guest this morning.
lépp lay fay. sant yàlla. looy xaar utal Wave nga scan nga fay nag doo ci yokku dara.
Jar Oil, the company, have filling stations across the country, and our rates are relatively cheaper than anyone else across the country. Jar Oil is the biggest producer and distributor of cement in the country with the most competitive prices in the market.
In the Gambia, we all move to different paces. Time is money, convenience is power, and now both are in your hands. No more long lines, no more late payments, no more missed chances, not anymore. Because now the Gambia has its own super app, Zap. One app, one tap, endless convenience. Send money instantly, pay your bills in seconds, shop without borders, pay your rides, order your meal, buy your ticket, deposit and withdraw money for absolutely free. No extra charges, no hidden fees, only only on Zap Super App. This is not just convenience. This is confidence. This is the future in your hands. And the best part, Zap is born right here. Built for us, designed for every Gambian home, every Gambian dream. So don't wait in the past. Step into the future. Download Zap today on App Store and Play Store and enjoy endless free services. Call us today on our toll-free number 1666 or on 260-0001. Zap, all in one, all for you. Tap in, zap in.